Fuck you, guys. Honestly, I think we accidentally cooked a little too much here. Dude, look at the cheekbones. Oh. Hey guys, how's it going? So it's been brought to my attention that I've not drawn a guy in a literal year. So I asked the amazing people on my Discord server to submit some of their male OCs and see what we're cooking with here. So first going up to bat is Osiris Moonstone. He's a prince of the Lord of the Underworld, never to be the heir to the throne because of his bastard blood, which gives him a tail and the multicolored eyes. And eventually his father banished him to the cold north before anyone knew of his existence, and then many decades later he came back and overthrew his father. No siblings or mother, and father hates him. Very gentle soul, but a lot of hate for his father. And pretty cool design. I think we can do some cool stuff with like the underworld aesthetic kind of thing. Looks like next one up to bat would be Kiroshi. And he's the main character of the novel, and when he was 18, his village was destroyed by the antagonists, killing his girlfriend and many other villagers he cared for. And then before his girlfriend died, she told him to go meet the Queen of Aboria to ask for help and tell her that she had sent him. After fighting the antagonists off, the village and his family journeyed for days to a fairy kingdom in a forest called Mist Hallow that allows all species to like live in their village, and then there he met his father's sister, and they refuged them as they train and heal their villagers. When they got there, his mother told him that they had potential to unlock a powerful magic because he was the son of the prophecy, stating that he was the next elemental holder, meaning he can wield any element of magic, and this is a generational power. So I'm liking the magical theme, you know? We can do some cool stuff with the composition, I feel, so definitely liking the OC, pretty solid backstory as well. And it looks like the next guy is going to be the man's man, the men of all men, Amon. They're just a little baby that they randomly made up one day, so he's not been too fleshed out in the story. Valid, honestly. I'm not a big guy about making a ton of lore for my OCs. I've always found it like very easy to make cringe. So what they know of him so far is that he was the bodyguard to a famous leader in a desert kingdom, and then sometime later his leader died from what they thought were natural causes. Amon guards the leader's body 24/7 due to his loyalty, and the scar on his mouth was created due to him being almost murdered, though his tribe did not survive. And that is pretty solid lore, synced up to the point, you know? Amazing design, so we'll see if we can do it justice. But yeah, I said before I get too carried away here, we just start doing some little sketching, you know what I mean? Alright, so this is the sketch we're going to be looking at for Osiris. You know, I think we're doing alright. I want to keep like a more, I guess, gentle look or something. They described him like a kind soul, so, you know, try to have like a slight smile kind of thing going on, you know? Nothing too crazy though. Still some skill issues happening, but I mean, I'll take what I can get, you know what I'm saying? So, and then here is the base colors. I think pretty solid. I like the color scheme that they had going on, honestly. I think it just works with like the, I don't know, it just works. It's like pretty, it's not anything crazy, but I don't think it really needs to be, so. Alright, and I say, yeah, we just do some little color variation in the skin, you know? A little bit of blush and stuff going on. We're not gonna go crazy with it. And in the reference, he was blushing a little bit too. Yeah, I actually got quite a few submissions in the Discord for some characters. You know, I'm only going with 3 today because I don't want to make a 4-hour long video. But yeah, I mean, a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, because I've been doing daily portraits as well, and I feel like I'm gonna start doing some guys in there as well, like kind of maybe every other potentially, because there were some skill issues getting this sketch done, and we're trying to avoid that in the future. So, and some base shading, I'm thinking just a top-down light. You know, I feel like it'll frame the face pretty well with the hairstyle and stuff. So keeping it pretty simple, but that's all we need. So, and if you want to shade a face, this is pretty much all you need. You just need the stuff around the brow and like the eyes, the nose, and then the top and the bottom of the lip, and that's pretty much all you need to have like a face like shaded and look 3D. So you can go more than that if you want, especially if you like a more anime style. You kind of notice how that's pretty much all they do a lot of the time. It's just that stuff, and sometimes they even like omit the lip stuff. Kind of depends on your situation, you know. But I mean, that's like pretty much all you need though. Especially when the character's like further away, you kind of need those more to be like stronger. Although when it's a portrait, you can kind of go a little crazy and you'll still be fine, you know. So I like to keep all my shading in just like one multiply layer initially, like same color and all that, and then just alpha lock it so like the color doesn't go outside of the stuff I already did, and then we can change some colors later. I just feel like it's kind of speeds up the process a little bit, you know. And you're kind of doing the same thing either way, even if you don't do that. So it's like, well, might as well just do it the way that saves a little bit of time. It gets the same result, you know what I mean? And also just another little art tip quick for you for if you're doing hair and you notice how we only have the top and bottom of a strand right here with a color, what you can do is you can grab the lighter shade and just kind of scribble in some little darker tone in the middle, because then that also makes the highlights pop quite a bit more. All right, now that our base shade looks good, we can just merge the layer down. Yeah, don't be scared to merge your layers. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really a big fan of searching through 100 layers to find a single brush stroke. I kind of like having it all on the same one. And we'll merge the line art down as well in a little bit. And let's turn to the eyes real quick. We're kind of going out of order than what I normally do, but the order is a pretty loose thing. It's not really a strict setup, so I just kind of do it whenever I feel like it, kind of thing, you know what I mean? All right, now let's do some of the drip. It looks like he's got an earring on this ear. Can't see exactly what it is, but I think it's something like this, which is pretty drippy. I mean, I would never wear anything like that, like in public, but I'm also just a nervous wreck, so I feel like that kind of doesn't apply. It's a different scenario, you could say. I bring the shit yourself in a Walmart energy. And you also got to think, silver is not the most reflective, but it's still pretty reflective, so it would pick up some of the skin and hair color as well, and potentially sky, but I don't know if we're gonna worry about that too much, just because it's pretty small. But you would want to throw a little bit of the hair and skin color in there, and I guess the sky color we might as well do since we're here, but it'd be a light blue, and hair's blue, so it's kind of the same thing. But there you go, and let's do some cheeky little highlights. But hey, there we go. And it looks like next guy up to bat is going to be Kiroshi, the like magical elf. So I'm going to have to get sketching to that. I think Osiris turned out pretty well, and I'm thinking a little bit more of a dynamic pose, maybe. With Kiroshi, could be cool, or something showcasing the magical abilities is kind of what I'm thinking. Some Fuga type shit. No, yeah, I'll be back with a sketch for that guy. All right, guys, this is going to be the sketch for Kiroshi. I think it's going pretty well. I was thinking a kind of similar pose to what he had in the reference would work just pretty well. Just a solid overall pose and design, if we're being honest here. And this is the base colors. Unlike my white ass, this guy actually goes outside, so he is gonna be a little tanned. And yeah. Now their drawing didn't have any of like showcasing the magical abilities, so I figured having a little bit of, I was thinking fire, little effect could be cool. I'm not sure. It said all elements, and I'm assuming fire's included, so, we just did a little bit of assumption. So I think it looks pretty cool, though. So I say we just do some, color variation, make the scars and stuff, make all that make sense. We can just hop into some shading, you know what I mean? Try to not make him too hot there. I might be falling for him. Who knows? Also, just saying that the triangle nose shade, overpowered. Like, that needs to get nerfed. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, if I give him too malicious of lips, dude, he might start rizzing up all the anime girls I've drawn, and then we're cooked. Absolutely cooked, man. I mean, hell, he's risen me up right now. Also, I don't know if any of you guys care, but Cardi dropped, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Fire. Check this out. We're gonna make him mog us. God damn. What a man. Oh, dude, he's risen me up. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I'm sitting here all flushed in my little chair. Okay, we're gonna have to dial that back a little bit. He's a little too sexy, dude. He's stealing the show right now. There we go. That's a little bit better. I didn't mean to make him that hot, man. I mean, that's a little too much. Dude, he's trying to make Berlin 1969 jealous. All right, now we're talking. Yeah, he can't open his mouth. He's busy viewing. Dude, talk about looks maxing. I'm not the red and blue. I'm Kiroshi pilled right now, dude. Can't forget his huge Adam's apple. Bro is absolutely stacked in the Adam's apple department. I can tell you that. I'm kind of getting like kind of Roy Mustang vibes, from Fullmetal Alchemist. It's partially because he's like so damn hot, and also like the fire. I don't know. I mean, I might just be itching for a rewatch of Fullmetal Alchemist, but dude, I'm liking the vibe, honestly. They had a pretty solid character design, so like all the colors work pretty well together. Kind of makes sense for the theme and all that. So, I mean, honestly, I was expecting more tragic backstories, except for you, Ryan. But everyone else, like, yes, there was some tragedy, but it wasn't like the Wattpad extent, I only draw people who are like as white as me usually, so I'm not used to like a darker skin tone. I think it looks cool though, so not quite used to like applying the different, shading elements just because it's a lack of practice thing, Oh, does anyone remember what this condition is called where you have the two different colored eyes? This is the second one in a row because last OC had the same thing, and I swear it had a name, and I'm assuming it does. Is it heterochromia or something? I don't know. I remember knowing it because there was this, how when you first get into anime, how you have that cringe Naruto phase? That was me. I'm not gonna lie, that was me. So we made some OCs, and they were not it. I'll tell you what. I thought they were it. They weren't though. I find that like when you have a person with magical abilities, having like a more saturated iris like just kind of works out. A few little highlights, keeping the detail decently low, especially around the torso area where the fire is, just because we already got something going on there. I also find that like typically on guys, you want to have like the highlights be more subtle as well. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if that's a like general rule that I just don't know about. Because I don't know why, but I'm very, very stubborn when it comes to watching tutorials and stuff. Like I just don't. Fuck you, go. Honestly, I think we accidentally cooked a little too much here. Because he is hot as hell, dude. Look at the cheekbones. Oh, we might get demonetized. He's too sexy. Yeah, so basically, next up is going to be Amon. We're going from one hot guy to another hot guy, dude. So it might be a little bit of overload. Let's see if we can cook on this one. So I'll be back with a sketch. All right, so this is gonna be the last one we're gonna be doing today. It is Amon. I'm just gonna have to say, literal S-tier design. I think it looks super cool. Not necessarily the one I did, but the original. Absolutely perfect, right? So we gave her a shot. Yeah, I think I know why. Just because the character was tan and absolutely fucking shredded, but kind of got Pillarman vibes initially, and I was like, ayo, that's a win, by the way, that's not a diss. And then I'm like, ayo, maybe I should just rewatch JoJo's. It's been a minute, so I'm missing some big strong men in my life, I think. Yeah, I remember last time I was drawing guys, it was like went horribly wrong, and it's not going like amazing right now, but it's not as bad as last time. So I wonder if there's like more crossover between drawing some just baddies all the time and dudes. I guess they are hot guys. They're baddies, but just male form. So maybe that transitions. I don't know. Could just be like just a general sense of anatomy and color, though. I mean, that could be just what's transitioning, and that kind of helps out, as you can imagine. I don't know. Either way, we just gotta draw this cute little boy here, and we're chilling. I like the piercings as well. I mean, having a character with like a lot of piercings and stuff. I mean, generally, I just don't do that. Again, for no like particular reason. It's just like a thing that doesn't cross my mind usually. But definitely gonna have to introduce that more as well. Just extra elements to play with. I mean, there's no downside to that. Yeah, I kind of wish I chose a full body because the pants get so cool towards the bottom. It's like they got like splits and stuff in them. But unfortunately, my small brain did not think that far ahead. If only I was Nikocado, dude. I would be thinking 2 steps ahead 24/7. For the whites and like the teeth and the eyes, don't choose white. Like I made this mistake until like a month ago. So I feel like it's a pretty common one that I see quite a bit. But don't just go like pure white here. Because that's never, it's just not realistic. It's essentially the thing. Its eyes are pretty much always going to be an off-white color. And it kind of depends on your lighting scenario as well. But yeah, choosing an off-white just makes it look a lot more realistic, And you can kind of get up there, and you could do highlights in a white. That's fine. Just not your base stuff, I think that works out. I want something with like more higher contrast, because when there's more stuff going on, like design-wise, I like to have simpler shading, so that way you can actually see the design. We gotta give this guy some cheekbones as well. Try not to make it too crazy, but just a subtle mogging, I think that's some subtle cheekbones, adds a little bit of something, to him. A little fan surface, you could say, but still has like it's not going too crazy. I think we might change that in a little bit, but we'll have to see. All right, let's make some more detail happen. Yeah, I don't know why that the contrast, like specifically that, makes stuff look shiny. It's just something that I've noticed and seen a lot of other people do. And when I started doing it in my own stuff, like you notice the improvement pretty quickly. And I'm like, I'm sure there's some like nerd science reason for it. So I guess if you guys know, let me know. I just know that you want more contrast and shinier stuff. So like gold, pretty high contrast, right? Something like silver or like very polished chrome kind of thing, ton of contrast because it's so shiny. Then you can also kind of play around with like how old is it kind of thing, with like how matte does it look. Let's do the eyes real quick. So since they're pretty far away, we're gonna go pretty simple here, like literally a black pupil, just some little highlights, and then get a really small brush. Since he's so far away, we don't need that much detail to have like that effect, but if he was closer, then we would want to throw a little bit more in there. And we gotta pay some extra attention to the old money makers here. Only fans of Amon would kill, I'm just saying. See, look, it's subtle, but I think it adds some extra zones of interest, you could call it. Makes it more yummy to look at, you could say. There's a lot of words for it. Well, there we go. There's Amon. I still think I like the original more. Just because I feel like, I don't know, just he has like more of an aura. if one way to put it, you know, like he just kind of works better as like a drawing, like he looks more alive. Overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the result. I don't draw guys that much in the first place, so having anything that looks halfway decent is kind of a win. But yeah, here's the 3 guys that we made today. All 3 cuties in different ways. You know, we got skinny boy to buff boy, cute boy to sexy man. If you have anything you want me to try, let me know in the comments. Comment what you're thinking about the video. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'll have the full resolution drawings linked in the description and the original designers. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys this week. So see ya.